Behind me, you can see the setup where I'll be spending most of my time next 30 days or even more to create one of the coolest car commercials ever. It's not going to be easy, but hey, who doesn't love a cool challenge, right? So let's start the timer. Here we go. After starting the timer, what followed was nearly 180 hours of work, covering everything from audio to animation and every intricate detail in between. And let's just say, it didn't all go smoothly. Rebuilding the PC and tackling countless other challenges, all to bring you the best possible result. But let's save the final result for later and go back to the beginning, the sketch. Creating a sketch is one of the simplest ways to address the key questions about an animation you're working on. What is the clip about? How long will it be? What style are you aiming for? And any other specific details. While it's perfectly fine to adjust the direction as you go, it's definitely worth sketching out your ideas, especially considering how little time it takes. For this project, I didn't need an in-depth sketch. However, if you're working with a client and need to present the plan, it might be worth putting in extra effort here. Whether that means spending more time yourself, hiring a sketch artist, or using AI tools to help clarify the vision for everyone involved. I've just finished the initial sketch on paper and already 32 minutes gone. But now let's start creating sound effects and background music. The first question that might come to mind is, why not start by creating the video first and then add the music and sound effects? For this project, where creating each second of animation is extremely time-consuming, we want to avoid producing any extra seconds of 3D animation that would just be cut out later. So the best way to set the timing right from the start is to create the audio first, allowing the 3D animation to be built around it. To speed up the workflow and experiment with different ideas, I started by creating sketch version of the audio. 2 hours and 40 minutes in, and I've just finished the sound effects and music placement. Of course, this is just for reference, but here is how it sounds so far. Hey. Next, I'll be working on creating the actual sound design, replacing all the sounds I made earlier with my own voice. So, I think I'm done with the music right now, and this is what we got. Here's a quick overview of some layers and sounds to show you how everything came together. I recorded about 5 to 6 voices. Then I added some samples. I mixed those together. Pretty happy with that. This is the car sound in the background. I added this layer. All together like this. Several layers, massive and serum. Together. Next, I will work on 3D, and later on I add some effects, and also I will do the mastering. But right now this is how we're gonna go. Okay. Right now I'm considering what car model I want to choose. At first I thought that maybe BMW would be the choice, but when I looked it further, It didn't live up to expectations. Since I might want to include some close-up shots inside, I realized it wouldn't work without extensive customization. I also felt the BMW didn't quite fit the dramatic race car vibe of the audio I created. Next, I thought the Porsche might be a better choice. I found a model on BlenderKit which looks promising and has a good interior. However, the proportions are a bit off, the wheels seem too small for the wheel wells, and adjusting just the wheels would raise the car too far off the ground. I also checked the Porsche website where I found a similar race spec model that could inspire the detailing. So there's some work ahead, but I think this model will better suit the overall look and feel I'm aiming for.
It's more work for me, and let's begin.
I started with the wheel arches and made the wheels slightly bigger for a better fit. For the paint, I chose a non-metallic finish to match the reference style. Next, I worked on the headlights. Since the scene is set at night, I separated the headlight parts from the main mesh. This made it easier to adjust materials and light up specific faces of the headlights. I also added a master control for the light color, so I could quickly change the color across all elements. To improve render quality, I optimized the glass objects by making them single-sided and refined the materials to reduce noise. Finally, I modeled the rear wing for a sportier look, bringing the car closer to the reference style. Here's a quick comparison from the initial model to the final result. Next time, we'll start building the 3D environment. We'll experiment with smoke simulations and add other elements to bring the scene to life. I would like to grow the BlenderQ YouTube channel, so your help would be greatly appreciated. Like, comment, share, subscribe, become a Patreon or support by getting the BlenderQ add-on. Whatever way suits you the best, I truly appreciate it. All the info you need is in the video description. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one.